Hello and welcome, Martha. My name is Jesus Rivera, and I'm a marriage and family therapist associate. I recently graduated from California Baptist University with a master's in counseling psychology. Before that, I earned my bachelor's in criminal justice from Cal State Fullerton and a master's in educational counseling with a PPS credential, focused on K through 12 education. I worked as a medical health social worker, high school counselor, elementary school counselor, and I'm also a retired U.S. Army officer. My specialty is family therapy, and I'm currently completing my licensure hours under supervision of Dr. Emily Critter, LMFT number 10234. So, how are you feeling and as we begin today?
Honestly, I feel a little nervous. I've been thinking about this all morning, but also I guess I'm kind of relieved to finally be able to talk to someone. It's been building up for a while. Um, I've been trying to handle things on my own.
Okay. Yeah, feeling nervous definitely makes sense. Starting therapy can feel like a big step. Before we dive in, I want to go over confidentiality and informed consent. Do you have any background on that? Do you understand what that is?
Uh, Very briefly, not too much. Could you
Okay.
explain it to me?
Yeah, definitely. So I need you to understand that everything we talk about here is confidential, meaning it stays between you and me. The only time I have to break confidentiality is if there's a risk of harm to yourself or others, any suspected abuse of child, any suspected abuse of a child, dependent adult or an elder, or if the court is asking me to disclose some information. Because I'm under supervision, my supervisor may review my notes, but she's also found bound by confidentiality. Sessions are typically about 50 minutes, and your participation is voluntary. You can also stop therapy at any time, so I need you to understand that. This session is being recorded for educational supervision purposes only, and your name or identifying information won't be shared. Do you consent to continue under these terms?
Okay. Thank you. I do consent. Yes. Thank you for actually going over it. It helps me understand how it all works. It makes me feel a lot more comfortable overall.
Okay. During our session, we typically meet for about 50 minutes to an hour. Um, we can decide together how often, so just schedule our sessions either weekly, bi-weekly, depending on your schedule. Yeah, I know things are, you know, going, a lot of things are happening with you right now at school. So whatever works for you, we're definitely gonna take it slow and, based on your schedule. So how would that work for you and what are your thoughts on that right now?
I think weekly sounds good for me.
Quickly. Okay. Morning sessions, afternoon sessions, what are you thinking?
I'm not a morning person, so let's go with afternoon.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so now if now we're going to talk about a little bit of um our scheduling process, cancellation policies and all that. So uh if you need to cancel or reschedule at any time, I definitely ask that, you please let me know, give me at least 24-hour notice. That way that helps me manage my schedule as well as it allows me to be able to help others during that same time frame if you're not able to be there. So I just want to be able to make sure that, make use of our time if needed. And if that's reasonable, I think that's very reasonable just to ask for a 24-hour notice.
Okay, that sounds
Perfect.
good.
Okay. Um, Lastly, there is a cancellation fee if you, for some reason, don't give me that 24-hour notice. Obviously, you're possibly taking someone else's spot. Therefore, the lack of the notice um does cause for me to have to charge you a $50 fee if you don't let me know. So I just want to be upfront about that and let you know about that.
Okay. So if I let you know before the 24 hours, I won't get charged.
Definitely. Yeah, you won't be charged. So, just communication, just that's all I'm asking for. As long as you communicate, I know things come up at the last minute. Just, we'll work together with that, but I just ask for some type of communication from you. But yeah, minimum is 24 hours.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So now let's discuss your goals for therapy. What specific challenges are you hoping to address? What's going on with you right now?
So right now I've been having what I think it's anxiety. I feel like my heart races. I feel jittery. Um, Sometimes I even feel like I can't breathe. So it's usually around like work situations or social situations.
Okay, work and social situations. Got it. Is there specific things happening at work or social area in which are causing
Well,
this that you've noticed?
it's not really work. I'm doing an internship because I'm still in school.
Okay, got it, got it. So it's like it's not work, it's an internship that you're doing right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Um,
So,
and I think that I don't know. I keep thinking that everything I do, it's going to be wrong and I won't get hired there. I'm really worried about what I'm going to do after I graduate.
yeah, that's very valid. That's a that's a big reason to be worried, right? We want to have all the answers at the beginning, and I understand that you feel worried about not being able to get that job. Being in the internship definitely does, help in one way, um, to be able to network and um, start that process of being able to hire. So I definitely understand why you would feel that way right now. Um, but thank you for sharing that. To better understand your experience and help with the diagnosis process, I'd like to ask you a few more questions. Is that okay
Okay.
with you?
Absolutely.
Okay. Is there what's the frequency of your anxiety attacks and how often do these attacks occur and are they more frequent in like specific like in your classes or where exactly is this happening?
It's happening in my classes.
Okay. So it's when you're in class or is there um like more like so what's part of the thought process that's going on with you right now that you're you're seeing that when does it happen more like are you think or is there specific things that you're thinking about?
Um, well, I don't want to disappoint my parents. I'm really worried about the job market right now. And
Okay.
how am I going to pay for the student loans?
Yes. Yes, that's a valid concern. Having going to school, sometimes brings in that debt, which, is definitely a big concern and it worries a lot of us on how we're going to be able to pay for those bills. So, okay, so your frequent thoughts about having to repay your loans are kind of triggering some of that anxiety attack. Um,
Well, that and I guess it's just school. It's a
for
lot of
school.
stuff.
Okay, how many classes are you taking right now?
Let me see. Um, I think about four.
Oh, 4 classes. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, all right, got it. That's a lot of classes for you. You know, brings in a lot of pressure, and I know it's getting close to your graduation, and like you mentioned, you know, having to repay these loans and getting a job.
Yeah,
Totally.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, this is really like keeping me from sleeping. I am not getting good sleep anymore. Just that's also something.
Okay. How long do your attacks usually last?
Um, about 15 minutes,
About 15 minutes. Okay.
15 to minutes. Yeah.
Okay. And what is it? What are some of the things that happen uh that you notice are about to happen that a lot, that tell you that you're about to have that anxiety attack?
Um, my heart starts racing. I start having a really hard time breathing. At one point, I thought it was a heart attack, but it's not. My doctor already said no.
Okay, so you've been to the doctor for this already?
Yes, he actually suggested for me to come talk to you.
Okay, got it, got it. So having those so you've never felt any way like you've never had anxiety attacks before?
Give me just a minute. I wanna see if I can recall. Um, maybe anxiety attacks. Um, hmm, no, I don't think I have.
Okay. And have you has there been any history of family members or anybody being diagnosed with any type of anxiety disorders or anything like that?
Um, mm, trying to think.
It's okay, take your time. You know, these are just things that are going to help us through the process, try to understand where you're coming from, and what can we do to best support you. Any type of information on your parents, your siblings,
But my
or
mom, so my mom was diagnosed with anxiety a while back, but she seems okay now.
okay, I got it. So your mom was having anxiety attacks before, but she's okay now. Do you know if she went to therapy or anything like that for it?
She didn't tell me, but I know she was diagnosed with that at one point.
Okay, that
My
must have
mom
been
keeps
tough.
to herself. Yeah.
It must have been tough to go through and be able to, have to see your mom go through that. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
So, is there someone that you rely on for support?
I would say my younger brother. I have very supportive parents.
Your younger brother. Okay. Um, Tell me a little bit more about your brother.
Well, we are 2 years apart and he listens. He listens to my concerns. Um, he's just typical little brother, always around, even when I don't need him. But he's a great support system. I can talk to him about anything. My
for
parents are
sharing.
also really good.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. So it seems like your little brother is, you know, very supportive and he's been there for you. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, my entire family, they're really good. And that's partially what scares me. Um, what about if things don't go as planned? With this upcoming graduation.
Okay. Okay. It seems like your brother's there for you. It seems like your parents are there for you as well. From what you've been telling me, they're very supportive, which, I appreciate you sharing and, letting me know that you do have people that are there for you if you need them, and that you're comfortable talking to them about what's going on with you. Um, have you ever been diagnosed with any other mental health conditions?
Uh, no,
Mhm. Okay. Have you taken any medication for anxiety or depression before?
no.
Okay. I know you're in school, but but I do need to ask. And do you use any type of alcohol or drugs or other substance to cope with anxiety or any other feelings?
No.
No. Okay, got it. Well, thank you for your openness and answering, some of these questions. I know it's hard, sometimes talking about this, especially when we don't know what's going on. Uh, It does give me a clearer picture, and it helps me start the process on how I could best help you, based on the information, that you've shared. We can definitely tailor our therapy to meet, to try to meet your needs. Um, is there any like specific outcomes that you're hoping to achieve during the time that we work together and we meet?
Well, I would like to be able to control my anxiety.
Okay, perfect. So, are there things that you're doing right now, or what do you do with your anxiety once it starts happening?
Um, so I'm an Apple Watch, like I use my Apple Watch and it reminds me to do mindfulness. So it's an app. I don't know if you're familiar with it. So I kind
Yes.
of just follow the breathing. Um, s- Sometimes I'll just take a cold shower. The cold kind of just helps a little. So breathing in cold water.
Okay. So the breathing helps you as well as, taking cold shower. So there's some things that you're using right now to help you through some of these attacks.
Yeah. Um, but I am open to learning new techniques.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Those are definitely good things to have your Apple Watch advising you, telling you, giving you some of the information as well as, taking those cold showers. Um, those are all good things that you're doing, and you're noticing, when those attacks are coming. So that's a great thing. Um, so definitely trying to find different coping mechanisms for the anxiety attacks, you know, and having supportive parents, um, understanding what to do. Some of those coping mechanisms when you're in class, once you get some of those attacks, we'll definitely discuss some of those things as we create a plan for you, like a short term, long term type of plan. Um, just understand that we're going to be, it's going to be, a work in progress and, continuous feedback from you on how things are working, are definitely going to help the process. So everything you discussed about, you know, coping mechanisms and having items to be able to help you through the process, those are all very achievable goals, and we will work on that together. Before we finish today, do you have any questions about what we've discussed or about the therapy process?
No, just wanted to say thank you for taking your time to explain everything and helping me.
Okay, perfect. Well, I definitely appreciate you being here. I appreciate you sharing. I know it's tough and um it's different since you've never done this before, but my goal is to be able to help you through the process to give you some of those coping mechanisms and be able to establish some type of plan where it helps you um, work through the process, you know, of your anxiety attack. Definitely encourage you to ask questions whenever they come up. Like I said, your feedback is definitely essential. Um, if anything else, um, please let me know if there's something that makes you feel uncomfortable or you're not liking, please let me know. Also, if you ever feel like, it's just overwhelming, um, or in a crisis between our sessions, you know, definitely please let me know. Please reach out, for immediate support. You can contact, you know, you contact me and I could give you information for, local emergency services as well as hotlines. I'll be definitely sending you some resources for you to be able to have um, while you're in school, as well as researching some of the resources available at your school. Um, do you have any questions about that?
Will you be sending them to my student email account
I'll be
or
sending them
text?
to wherever you would be comfortable with me sending it to. So you
Oh,
definitely let me know where you want me to send them to, and I'll work through getting you those type of resources to you as soon as possible.
okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for the willingness to share today. I'm definitely looking forward to being able to work with you, and help finding some of those coping mechanisms, um, and being able to help you manage some of that anxiety, everything, that you shared. Thank you. And I'll definitely be seeing you at our next session. Until then, definitely take care. And like I said, if anything comes up, please reach out to me. Um, that's all we have for today. Do you have any other questions?
No,
Perfect. Okay, I appreciate your time. You have a wonderful day today.
you did too. Bye.
Thanks. Bye. All right.
Jesus, I
Good.
was reading your
Uh-huh.
it's not I thought it was general anxiety, not
Y-
anxiety attacks.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It's,
That's why I
it's
was kind of
gen
like, oh.
yeah, it's general anxiety. Um, you know, it's all right. It's all right. We'll go with that.
Well, do it. We can do it again.
Let me
Um,
see.
that's why I was kind of like looking around. I was like, wait a minute, did he send me another one?
Yeah, no. Um, no, it's fine. Let me see. I mean, because I mean, they're almost the same. They're almost the same thing. There's a few little things, so I don't think she's gonna be too big on that.
Okay.
I'm not worried about it. I think she just wants to see. She wants to be able to see that we